I consider this tail on Bella about perfect. Too many Americans cut the tail way too short. Many Germans cut the tail way too long. Here we're going to take a look at exactly where to cut a puppy's tail. Okay, let's take a look at this old book. This was written in German and translated into English. And this guy, Seger, was had a pretty good dog in the 50s in Germany, and he wrote this really good book. Anyway, in this book, and it's the only place I've ever seen it, and I haven't seen it on the internet or anybody's websites, but it tells on page 217, that's what the dog's tail will look like when it's done right there. See that one? About that length, that's his dog, so I suppose he cut the tail like he said. It says, in most advisable to crop the tail between 3 and 4 days. However, I want to especially point out an erroneous recommendation of cutting off 1/3 or 1/2 of the total length. There is but one spot of the tail of the short hair located nearly in the middle between base and tail and tip can be clearly recognized by a strongly coniform structure. That is the point where the cut is done. It is important to exactly ascertain the beginning of the tapering. Otherwise, the grown-up pup will show one length too much of the tail. So you can clearly see that where we've marked those is the cutting point. So we are going to cut some dog's tails. Okay, with this little puppy, this puppy's a little bigger than the other. These puppies are 4 days old today. If you looked at that mark, you could see right there where the taper is. This is a 3 1/8 or 3 1/4 inch tail, and still the taper is right there. So the taper on this one is right at 1 inch. So if we put the puppy down and mark that, we can see that it starts to taper right here. So we would cut the tail right about there. Maybe just up just a hair. Probably leave all that green. But that's where the taper is. Just comes down and starts into a little Indian arrowhead. A cute little pup. We'll just snip that. You can use toenail clippers. Will work on that pretty good, or just a small pair of good scissors. Okay, we're going to do the dew claws first. So the key to dew claws is just getting down behind them. Okay, and we did get some of this liquid skin Kim picked up, and we're going to try it on it. We're going to use this septic thing first. One down, one to go. Okay, and that's what the wound looks like. Alright, now we're going to try the tail. Okay, so we're looking for it where it just begins to make the taper. So what I'll do is find that exact spot, which is right there, pull the skin back a little bit, make the cut, squeeze that, and hold it for about 30 seconds. Okay, even if you didn't use the super glue, that would be good. The mother would lick it and it would be clean. Okay, all we do is just go take that one back, put it with mom, and we'll check for bleeding in a little bit. And if the dog is still bleeding, then we'll kind of clean up the wound and maybe put some more stuff on it. This is what you should end up with. A tail like Bella's. Perfect length tail on a good looking dog. Not too long, not too short. Just right. Pretty boy's tail, we left a little white at the end. That makes it look good. Easy to see. Tail set's good. It's a good looking tail and also on a good looking dog. Then we have Mark coming up. Mark has a good looking tail, set up well. Good looking tail on a good looking dog.